Further remonstrances. Representative Wingard.
Thank you. Colleagues, today was supposed to be the first day in the trial of the defendant Miguel Robledo, who is accused of both identity theft and forgery in Washington County. His trial has now been delayed to July. The defendant has a particularly interesting history because just a few short years ago, as the proprietor of the Department of Motor Education, the DME, a Hillsborough business dedicated to helping immigrants obtain Oregon driver's license, he was a defendant but acquitted in a trial regarding the largest illegal immigration fraud in Oregon's history. In fact, the Hillsborough DME was the first destination for tens of thousands of illegal immigrants from both Asia and Latin America. Many of these individuals were transported to DME from other states by paid coyotes who were familiar with DME's process. For any illegal immigrant, the first order of business at the DME was to purchase a postmarked envelope that had clearly gone through the mail with the names and addresses written in pencil. The postmarked envelopes would be forged to display the illegal immigrant's name with a false Oregon address, and then, under then existing DMV rules, used as the sole document establishing legal Oregon residency for the purposes of obtaining an Oregon driver's license. DME also assisted these illegal immigrants with preparing for the written and road driving tests. Authorities estimated that hundreds, if not thousands, of illegal immigrants obtained Oregon identification with the assistance of DME in the early 2000s, and that DME generated over $1 million in revenue. The illegal immigrants were then instructed to use the address on the envelopes as their address for registering to vote. Shortly after doing so and submitting the registration application, the elections office would then mail them a voter notification card. In short, an identity proof card. Both the purchased envelope and the card from the elections office were then used as two of the three identity proof items needed to acquire an Oregon driver's license at that time. While the immigration fraud was uncovered early in 2003, the trials were not heard until late 2006 and 2007. However, the coyotes who transported these illegal immigrants to Washington County testified at the trials that Oregon was a favored destination for illegal immigrants to falsely acquire identity proof and driver's license. While stricter identity proof requirements were later imposed after federal pressure at our Department of Motor Vehicles, the same cannot be said for Oregon's voter registration requirements. In fact, just weeks before the November 2010 election, it was still possible to identify thousands of residences in Oregon with two registered voters, each bearing the same name, including a middle name or initial, and with the same birthdays or birth years, many of them less than 15 years apart. It's therefore clear that the identification policies for our electoral system are in urgent need of improvement, if for no other reason than to lower the rate of identity theft in our state.